Coach, I know that you've talked about not just having one or two successful seasons, but building a program here. How important are games like this Friday's in terms of achieving that goal?
Well, these are season-defining type of games, and I know it's early, but when you're playing a team like Carroll, you know that's probably going to be on the top of the conference year in and year out. We've got to see. It's a measuring stick game for us to see where we are.
I know that coaches like to not overhype games too much, but I mean, is the message to the kids that, like, hey, this can potentially determine how things shake out at the end of the season?
Well, I think in the conference this year, every game is going to feel that way because I feel like our conference from top to bottom is about as competitive as I can remember at my 13 years as a head coach, and so every week's going to have to be that approach for us.
What have you liked that you've seen from your team in the first couple of weeks?
You know, our kids are competing at a high level. They're producing offensively. Young guys are making some plays for us, and some of the older guys are providing a lot of leadership. So early on, I like some of the things that I see. There are a lot of things we need to improve on if we want to defend our conference championship.
What are some of those things?
Penalties have been kind of nagging on us. I think we're averaging 8 or 9 penalties a game. That's just something you can't do against good football teams like the Carrolls and the Homesteads and the Norwells in our conference. And so we've got to eliminate some of those mistakes. And then our kicking game needs some improvement, both in the punting and the kickoff. And we've got to win the field, be able to flip the field with our special teams, and we haven't been able to do that.
There was a decent amount of turnover from last year's team. Has Vance kind of been a settling presence on the field, having him back?
Whenever you return your starting quarterback, it settles you down early on in the season. I mean, he's battle tested, and so the kids have confidence in him. He has confidence in his calls and audibles at the line of scrimmage, and that helps early in the season.
Taking a look at Carroll, they haven't been putting up points like we're used to seeing, but their defense has been pretty stout. What have you seen on tape?
They're a very, very good defensive team. They're well coached. They're very aggressive. They tackle well. They pursue well. Their secondary is playing very well. I don't think they're giving up a whole lot of room in the passing game, and so it's going to take our best effort to be able to move the ball consistently against them.
How important is Buddy going to be in that equation?
You know, not as important as he's been, hopefully. I mean, we've been really relying on his legs a little bit, too much in my opinion. We'd like to balance it out a little bit more, get Vance going a little early. We've got to just find our rhythm early in the game and build on our confidence.
How do you do that?
You move the ball around. It's play calling and it's kids executing. That's what football comes down to.